Welcome to Cornerstone Horsemanship. I'm Greta Cummings.
And I'm Sheri Billings. And last weekend we had a workshop.
We did. It was our Horse Owner's Guide to Hoof Care workshop. We had our master farrier out, and he shared some stuff with us. What did you take away from that workshop?
Oh, I found it very beneficial. You know, I'm very particular on our horses' feet because we don't have a foot, we don't have a horse.
Exactly.
But one of the things that you even asked him was, what is it that you do not return people's phone calls for?
Oh yeah, why doesn't? Because we hear that a lot. People are like, my farrier won't call me back or won't show up. And so I asked him, I said, why is it that you don't call someone back? And he had three main reasons.
And he was really quick to answer them.
He was too.
Yeah.
So they do have their reasonings. And it was, number one, the horses don't stand. Number two, they don't pay. And number three, they just call when it's convenient rather than keeping up on their horse's care.
And that's really important. Not only is the care is important, but this is the main income our farriers have. And if we want a good farrier, we want to make sure that we treat them well. And you know, making sure that we're prepared to pay them, and make sure that our horses are trained appropriately, so they do not injure our farriers. And we had that problem this year. We were really short on farriers this year because our two main farriers were both injured. Yes,
they were both injured, and we spent most of the year trying to find a farrier. And now that we're finally at the end of the year, I think we found a new one. Time will tell, but it looks promising. So yeah, it just, when you find one, you got to make sure you take care of them by training your horses well, by, like you said, being prepared to pay them, and to get on their schedule again before they pull out of the drive, because then you know the next time they're coming, you don't have to remember or see them and go, oh shoot, it's been so long. And two, they already have the time carved out in their schedule, and then they know that you're serious about taking care of your horses.
You know, and that was one of the things 25, 30 years ago when I first met my farrier that I've had all this time. And he said to me, he goes, I want a 6-week rotation, if your horses need it or not. So even during the winter, when we weren't even riding, he'd come out and kept them trimmed up, kept them sound, and I kept my farrier. You know, and that was the most important thing to me. I was able to keep my farrier.
Yeah, and in return, because I use the same farrier for the past 20 years, and in return, he takes really good care of us. If we have a problem, he's right there answering our call, and he's saying, yep, I'll be there this afternoon, tomorrow, to take care of whatever issue, or we say, hey, we have a question. Emergency, you know, anything, you know, he's there. He takes really good care of us. We have been very spoiled. I have learned over the year.
So that's why it's so important that you find a good farrier and then treat them like family.
I hope these tips have helped you to know how to take care of your farrier so your farrier can take care of your horses to keep them sound and healthy for a long time. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you.
And the horses you ride
from our barn to yours.